told the future would be full of personal aircraft, sky lanes, vertical takeoffs, and garage-sized machines that could lift us out of traffic and into the clouds. Most of the time, it never happened. The prototypes were too expensive, too complicated, too dangerous, or they looked like something built in a shed. But this is different. This is the Jetson ONE, a single-seat electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. It has 8 electric motors, a carbon fibre and aluminium body, a top speed of 102 km per hour, and a flight time of around 20 minutes. That's not too long, is it? Jetson describes it as a personal aircraft designed to make the flying car dream a reality. And the wildest part, in the United States, Jetson says you don't need a pilot license to fly one. Is this really the future of personal transport, or is it the ultimate billionaire toy? The idea of personal flight is nothing new. For decades, inventors have tried to shrink aviation down into something normal people could use. Not an airliner, not a helicopter, not a £10 million private jet, something smaller, something simple, something that could take off vertically, fly from a field, land on a patch of grass, and make you feel like the future had finally turned up. The problem is, flight is not forgiving. Cars can break down at the roadside, boats can float, but aircraft have to work every time. That's why most personal flying machine ideas either stayed as drawings, became expensive prototypes, or quietly disappeared after the promotional video. Then electric motors changed the conversation. Electric propulsion allows multiple motors, instant torque, simpler mechanical layouts, and the kind of computer control that makes these machines feel less like traditional aircraft and more like giant human-carrying drones. And that's exactly where the Jetson ONE comes in. The Jetson ONE is a single-seater eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing. No runway, no wings in the traditional sense, no long taxi to the end of an airfield. It rises straight up using 8 electric motors and 8 propellers. Jetson says the aircraft is built from aluminium and carbon fibre with a lightweight structure designed around performance and safety. It looks like a cross between a racing drone, a lightweight track car, and something Tony Stark could invent. Jetson even describes it as a Formula 1 racing car for the sky, and to be fair, you can see why. It has an exposed cockpit, it is mechanical, it is dramatic. There's no luxury in the cabin, no walnut dashboard, no heated massage seats. It's not a Rolls Royce of the air, it's more like a flying aerial atom, a machine where the whole point is the experience. The Jetson ONE has a top speed of 102 km per hour or 63 miles per hour. Flight times approximately 20 minutes. The pilot can weigh up to 95 kilograms. I'm not sure whether I'd do that. The controls are a 4-axis joystick, structure aluminium space frame, and the batteries high discharge lithium ion. The Jetson ONE weighs 115 kilograms, including the batteries, with an empty mass of 55 kilograms. It's software limited to 102 kilometers per hour, and it can fly for approximately 20 minutes. The 20-minute flight time is important. This isn't a cross-country aircraft. You're not flying from London to Monaco in this one. You're not replacing the Range Rover on the school run. It's a short-range, low-duration, personal flight machine. More a flying superbike than a flying car. The Jetson story starts in a small apartment in Poland. According to Jetson, founder and inventor Tomasz Patan built and flew the first Jetson prototype there before the company grew into what it is today. It doesn't look like a product that was born in a corporate boardroom. It looks like one of those mad ideas that starts with one person asking, why can't I build something that actually flies? And then instead of being sensible and buying a mountain bike, he builds an electric aircraft. That's how great machines start. Not with a spreadsheet, with obsession. Over time, that obsession became the Jetson ONE, a production-intended personal aircraft that people can actually order. And Jetson now says it's already delivering personal flying vehicles to clients. The Jetson ONE doesn't fly like a normal aircraft. There's no takeoff roll, no runway, no building up speed until the wings start to generate lift and the aircraft takes off. Instead, the 8 propellers generate lift directly. The flight computer manages the complicated parts in the background, while the pilot uses a joystick-style control system. Jetson says the aircraft uses a 4-axis joystick and claims its flight computer makes it extremely easy to fly, with control over altitude and direction designed to feel intuitive. That doesn't mean you should jump straight in, with no respect for it. This is still a human being sitting inside a flying machine with spinning propellers, batteries, motors, altitude, wind, landing zones and consequences if you get any of those wrong. So no, it's not a toy, but it is designed to reduce the workload compared with traditional aircraft. That's the clever bit. The aircraft is doing the maths. The pilot's just inputting commands. Whenever you show someone a machine like this, the first reaction is usually excitement. The second reaction is, what happens if something goes wrong? And that's the right question to ask, to be fair, because when you're flying, safety is not like an afterthought or a bonus feature. It's the whole game. Jetson says the One has a race car inspired space frame safety cell, can continue flying with the loss of one motor, has hands-free hover and emergency functions, a redundant battery propulsion system, a ballistic parachute, and a radar sensor driven auto landing system. That's a serious list of safety features, especially the ballistic parachute. The ability to tolerate the loss of one motor is especially important because with 8 motors, redundancy becomes one of the main advantages of the design. A traditional helicopter relies heavily on one main rotor system. The Jetson ONE spreads the job across multiple electric motors. If one has a problem, the others can help keep the aircraft controlled and allow you to get down quickly, I would imagine, just make an emergency landing. At least that's the idea. But let's be honest, a ballistic parachute sounds reassuring, but you still need enough height and the right conditions for any parachute system to deploy and be useful. And no matter how clever the electronics are, weather, pilot judgment, maintenance and common sense still matter. This is future technology, but gravity is still very old-fashioned. The price. Now we get to the part where your wallet starts hiding. The Jetson ONE's not cheap. Jetson order page currently lists the full price at $148,000 excluding taxes and other fees. The deposit due today is $8,000 with the remaining $140,000 due when the aircraft is ready for delivery at the factory. Jetson also says 2026 and 2027 production are sold out, with an estimated delivery now listed as 2028. So it's not an impulse buy, this is supercar money. But compared with helicopters, private aircraft or many high-end boats, it suddenly looks almost attainable. Not cheap, but attainable in the world of wealthy collectors, tech entrepreneurs, and people who already have more toys than garage space. And that's probably the market. It's not aimed at someone choosing between a Ford Focus and a Toyota Corolla. This is for someone who's got everything and now wants something that can take off vertically from his private estate. The Jetson ONE is fascinating because it sits in a strange space. It's not really public transport, it's not really a commuting solution for most cities, and it's not really a replacement for a car. At least not yet. This is for open spaces, private land, ranches, estates, demonstration flights, aviation enthusiasts, collectors, early adopters, people who want to be first, the kind of person who doesn't just want to own the future, they want to be filmed using it. And that's where the Jetson has been very clever. The aircraft's not just a machine, it's content. Every takeoff is a video, every landing is a social media clip, every flight looks like the opening scene of a sci-fi film. In a world where normal supercar can almost look boring on Instagram, the Jetson ONE has a massive advantage. It does something most people have never seen in real life. It lifts a person straight into the air. But we need to be realistic. A 20-minute flight time limits what you can do. Weather will matter a lot. Local aviation rules will matter. Where you can take off and land will matter. Insurance will matter. Noise, safety zones, training, maintenance and regulation will all matter. And for UK viewers, don't assume the American no pilot's license required claim automatically applies here. Jetson specifically says no pilot's license is required in the United States. UK rules can be different, and the UK Civil Aviation Authority has its own requirements around aircraft categories. For example, UK microlight flying normally involves appropriate licensing, training or ratings depending on the license route and aircraft type. So before anyone starts planning to fly one from Preston to Blackpool Tower, check the law, and maybe check the weather too, and maybe check whether your neighbours are happy with 8 propellers waking them up on a Sunday morning when you're taking off, because nothing ruins a future faster than a noise complaint from next doors. Even if the Jetson ONE never becomes a normal household vehicle, it still matters, because machines like this are proof that aviation is changing. Electric motors are making aircraft simpler in some ways, battery technology is improving, flight computers are taking over the hard stabilisation work, and small eVTOL aircraft are opening up ideas that would have seemed ridiculous not long ago. Jetson's own news section has shown the One being promoted not just as a recreational aircraft, but also in concepts such as rescue trials, aerial sport, and personal mobility demonstrations. Today it might be a rich person's flying toy. Tomorrow the technology could influence emergency response, short hop personal aviation, racing, tourism or specialist transport in remote areas. That doesn't mean the skies will be full of them next year, sadly. They won't. But every new category starts somewhere. The first cars were toys for the wealthy. The first aircraft were fragile experiments. The first mobile phones were massive, expensive bricks. Then the technology improved, the prices changed, the rules developed, and slowly the ridiculous became normal. So what is the Jetson ONE? It's not a car, it's not a helicopter, it's not a drone. It's like a drone. And it's definitely not something you buy because you need to beat traffic on the M6. It's a glimpse of the possible future. A personal electric aircraft that turns the oldest fantasy in transport into something you can actually order. It has around 20 minutes of flight time, top speed of 63 miles an hour, 8 electric motors, a lightweight aluminium and carbon fibre body, and a price tag that puts it in the same conversation as some serious supercars. Is it practical? For most people, no. Is it sensible? Again, probably not. Is it one of the coolest billionaire toys on the planet? Absolutely, because some machines are not built because we need them. They're built because someone looked at the sky and thought, why are we still stuck down here? The Jetson ONE might not be the flying car future for everyone, but it might be the first time that the future feels close enough to touch. And if this is where personal flight starts, the next 10 years could be very interesting indeed. What do you think? Is the Jetson ONE the start of personal aviation for ordinary people? Or is it just the ultimate rich person's flying toy? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy unusual cars, aircraft, yachts, watches, gadgets and billionaire toys, make sure you subscribe, because this channel is going to be looking at the machines most people will only ever dream of owning.